Hey folks, Doc here. It's been a while, eh? My apologies. It's been a long winter and I've had a lot going on. Anyways, riding season is rapidly approaching. The weather's starting to warm up and stabilize, and I don't have anything ready to go. Over my left shoulder there, you can see Fugazi in a bit of a state because I left it in a bit of a state. I totally dropped the ball. Oh man, she's in a state. Look at that. Left her parked out all winter. No cover, no maintenance, no nothing. Got a flat tire back there. Got another flat tire up there. That Sawzall blade that was sitting on the hood for a while. You can see the mark there. Look what the chrome on that sticker's done. That's interesting. It's gone black in the middle. Neat effect, kind of unintended. Didn't do anything to prepare the fuel system or the carburetor or anything. I didn't even take the battery out to put it on a maintenance charge, I don't think. I don't remember doing it. Battery's still there. Oh boy. Bad Doc. Bad Doc. Oh God. Wonder if she's gonna fire up. It's a bit windy out here and I apologize for that. Now I found the fuel tank completely empty and I can't remember if I ran it out of fuel, so that leaves me wondering if the carburetor decided to dump it all into the crankcase. So we're just gonna give it a check. It's definitely full on the dipstick. Oil doesn't really smell fuely and the consistency feels good. I am going to change it, of course, because it hasn't been changed in a while. But I just want to kind of check it and have a look. Fairly happy with that. I don't think we have anything serious going on. Now, odds are really good. There's a bunch of junk in the bottom of the carburetor bowl. But we're going to dump some fuel in and see what happens anyways. Okay, so the odds are really good. There's a bunch of junk in the bottom of the fuel bowl. The battery is absolutely stone dead. And not even a click. But we'll give her a couple of tugs and see if anything's going to happen. Hopefully. Alright, so multiple rips on the cord later. I know that things are in a bit of a rough state. Nothing's happened, so I've got the battery on charge. Hoping that if I use the electric starter, I can spin some of the old crap out of there and get this thing to kick off. Again, I will be changing the plugs and the oil. Probably the fuel filter and a few other things. Just want to see if I can get her to light. I don't know if there's any saving this battery, but I'm going to give it a few more tugs while I'm waiting. Okay, that was pretty decent. Not bad, not bad. Take the choke down a bit. Sweet. Take the choke off the rest of the way. Awesome. The natural next question, of course, is this thing going to move under its own power? Is the transmission still together? Is the belt still a thing? Let's find out. Okay, obviously the motor's in good nick. Got to do an oil change, going to change the plugs. Probably a little bit of a tune-up, but other than that it seems okay. So, the bigger issues are the fact that you may recall that I did the hydraulic brake thing, and that was a horrible fail because I miscalculated the bore sizes. As you can see, the rotor is still hiding in there and the caliper's just kind of hung up in there somewhere. I got to figure out what I did with the caliper bracket. I've got a potential solution. In the meantime, I still have the factory mechanical brake on the transaxle right there, hooked up to this handbrake lever. So I still have some brakes. The bigger issue that I got to sort out with this thing, and you may recall this from last season, if I can just get over top of this thing, is I don't know if you can see the rather hideous toe angle on those wheels. Let me turn the wheel a little bit, make it more obvious. So that wheel there, this wheel over here, yeah. And the deal with that is these factory steering arms. You can see that is just badly bent right there. This one isn't as bad. This one is horrible. Now it is my plan at some point or other to change the front end on this thing. The Murray front axle and steering is kind of notoriously crappy, and putting it through the punishment that I've put it through, including coming down off a couple of pretty good wheelies, has sort of bashed a confession out of it. So I'm going to ultimately probably change axles, and I'm actually thinking about a steel axle, not a cast one, out of a Sears Suburban, because I've got a couple of those floating around. They're pretty stout, they're steel, I like that. Why do I not like cast iron axles? Well, the answer to that question basically boils down to what its properties are. Cast iron is heavy and it's strong, which is a good property. However, in a reasonably lightweight machine, I don't actually want the additional weight. Here's what it really comes down to, though. A steel component, when somewhat fatigued, will bend. Generally speaking, cast iron will crack or break, especially when an impact load is applied to it. Given the type of activities that I tend to do on these things, I'd rather something bend when it takes a hit, and I can limp it home, possibly bash it back with a hammer, and I'm good to go, as opposed to having it break and then I'm stranded on the trail. So what I'm going to be shooting for is another steel axle. I'm going to redesign the steering geometry and hopefully improve things a little bit in terms of durability. In the meantime, I am probably going to bend those steering arms back into shape and just reinforce them so I can get the first trail ride of the season underway without doing major surgery quite yet, because I have yet to figure out exactly what I'm doing about that. But I'll do something. Alright, so there's your little update on the general state of Fugazi, having sat outside all winter with no love, no attention, no preventative maintenance, and 0 F's given. My bad. I really didn't mean to do that. I really dropped the ball. Don't do that. Don't do that to your machine. It's not nice. I now know what it's going to take to get that thing up and running for this year's riding season. Now that the weather is finally starting to stabilize, I think we need some action. It's been kind of a long, crappy winter, wouldn't you agree? I mean, just look at the sky there. Hold on, let me tip you up. Let me tip you up. Tip, 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 tip. Still looking kind of gray and crappy, but welcome to Canada, eh? Anyhow, got to get those trail rides and mud runs underway because it is the season. And I'm kind of anxious to get out and have a good time with the other odd fathers. And so there you go. I'm going to try and get work started on this thing this week after work one day. So you might even have another video this same week, which would be cool, wouldn't it? So until next time, thanks for tuning into Sprocket's Garage and subscribing and liking and sharing and all that good stuff. And until next time, take care of yourself.